Hi everyone, it's Allie. How is everyone doing? I thought I would jump on and do a little whip and chat. So I have put up a couple videos looking at some diamond paintings from Look Art. I wanted to start putting up some more videos. They're not all going to be diamond paintings, but I'm trying to start getting back into putting up videos on my channel. If you are going to be watching my videos, I'm going to just let you know that you may hear dogs, you may hear cats, you may hear children. The only way that I'm going to be able to start putting up some videos is not to do a lot of editing. I just don't have time. I work from home. I work a full-time job. I have a bunch of cats. I have a couple dogs and a couple kids. So the house is a little chaotic. Everyone's home for summer, and I don't find a lot of time to myself. So my kids right now are playing. I have a 14-year-old and I have a 10-year-old. They do stay up a little bit later now that it's summer, so they are actually playing games in my daughter's room. I also have a 21-year-old, and he actually works a night shift. So he is at work right now. It's about 10 o'clock. So this is kind of when I get some quiet time, and I tend to work on whatever project I feel like working on. I do diamond painting, I cross stitch, I color, I make cards. I dabble in a bunch of different things. So I've been doing a lot of diamond painting lately. I would say more so than anything else. And cross stitch. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I've been kind of bored with TV, but I kind of go back and forth between things. So I thought I'd jump on. My diamond painting today is a Hannah Lynn, and it is actually one of her diamond paintings, and she is called Luna. She is a mermaid, and she is one of her special kits that mainly almost every drill is a special drill. So she is absolutely beautiful. The canvas is beautiful. Very sticky. It's probably thin to medium type of plastic on top. I've had no issues with the canvas. It's very clear. Symbols are great. The drills, however, I was a little disappointed with the drills. I was expecting more with that. And I've never worked with like a ton of specialty drills before. Like I worked with, Diamond Art Club and kind of some of the big name ones. Not a lot of crystals, I guess, that I have worked with. So I don't know if it's a normal crystal thing or what, but I don't know. There's a lot of trash. I had one color that like all of the drills were stuck together. And I know you can get like a little grinder that can help unstick all of the drills. I don't have that, unfortunately. I didn't feel like buying one. So I just kind of had to try to pop all the drills off of each other. That was kind of annoying. The darker colors, just like I guess regular darker colors, had a lot of trash in them. Some of the colors, like it's almost like the color rubbed off. So they were like silver looking. And now some of the backs of some of these diamonds were not flat. So I was surprised because her diamond paintings are supposed to be very high end. So I was kind of surprised to see that. I mean, would it make me not buy her paintings? No, because I love Hannah Lynn. I actually came to know Hannah Lynn because of her coloring books, and seeing her art in different ways before I would buy her diamond paintings. So I love her artwork, so I would buy them regardless. But I guess I was just surprised to find her drills like that. The drills, though, themselves are gorgeous. Just kind of some issues with them. But anyway, so I'm kind of experimenting, so I kind of can't tell what you're seeing or not. So I'm going to be using a pen. This pen is by Shimmering Canvases. I just bought it. Hopefully you can see that because I have this light board underneath here. So I don't know if you're seeing more of the light board. Let me put a paper here and see if that might help a little bit. Maybe not. Okay, so I shut the light off. But I'm just gonna turn it. It's like purple and pink and white little sparkles. It's very pretty. It's kind of a thicker pen. And then I am using a tray that has a dog hair in it by Forever Young. I really am enjoying their trays. You can get their trays on Amazon, and they are really fun. They work great. Now I'm kind of really zoomed in here, so it's gonna look kind of big. All right, so where I am working, let's see if you are going to be able to see. I'm sorry guys, bear with me. Okay, so I am working on the Y's. So yes, you are going to be able to see that. So I'm going to pull this down. I'm just going to pull that one down with it. I do have some of my cover minders, but I'm lazy and didn't put one on today. So I am using, if you are interested, I am using wax by Pure Bliss Wax Co. called Moonstone Crystal. It smells very good. And then that is in my one placer, and then in my multi-placer, still by Pure Bliss Wax Co., I'm using Do Not Stop Believin'. And that smells very good. So, okay, so let's start here. I go back and forth between my single placer and my multi-placer. So you will probably see me doing that. I'm going to get some more wax. So anyway, so I don't know the exact date. I think it's around June 20th. I don't know. It's been a long day. It's Monday. So this weekend, I left on last Thursday, and I took my daughter and a friend to Cedar Point. And her birthday is in February, so she, for the last few years, have asked me to take her and a friend to Cedar Point. So we live in Ohio, and I am about an hour and 45 minutes away from Cedar Point, which is in Sandusky, Ohio. So I usually do that for 2 nights and 3 days. So this time, my sister-in-law, me, my sister, her, a friend, and my youngest, who is 10, went on the trip. So we were going to leave on a Thursday and come back on a Saturday because Sunday was Father's Day. My husband was not going to come. The school this year ended up taking, my daughter was in 8th grade, and they ended up taking the 8th graders to Cedar Point for a field trip. Now, normally, the 8th graders go to Niagara Falls every year for a few days, and the teacher that used to plan and take them retired, and no other teacher wanted to take that on. The planning and everything was a lot. So, kind of the last few months of school, they started planning this, so it was kind of almost a surprise. And decided to take the kids. So my husband decided to go along and chaperone. So he had a lot of fun doing that. He had a group of 4 girls, but he decided that he no longer liked to ride rides. He has not been to Cedar Point in a very long time, and he's a little bit over 50, and, rides hit differently at our age. So, I'm a Disney lover, and those rides, are family rides. So they're a little bit different than the rides at Cedar Point. And I've been taking the kids to Cedar Point on and off, and my husband, that's not really his jam. So he hasn't gone with us much. So he hasn't been to an amusement park in a really long time. So he had fun hanging with the girls and stuff, but he was like, no, I'm not going on that trip. So it was like a girls' trip, but minus my 10-year-old son. So we went, and man, I tell you what, the older I get, that trip is rough. So I turn it into a couple-day trip just because I don't see well in the dark. So I do not want to drive out early in the morning to get there when the park opens, to walk around all day, to drive home at night after being out all day long and exhausted. So I am easy on myself, and we drive up the day before, and we stay at Hotel Breakers, which is the hotel right on Cedar Point property. It's the closest. It's right on their beach, and we like to check in and then relax for the day. So we hang out by the pools. They have a couple on property. They have one indoors, couple outdoors. Like I said, they have the beach. And so we usually do that and then have a nice dinner and go to bed early. So when you stay on property there, you can get into the park an hour early. And we always buy like a fast pass, sort of like what Disney has, so we can get on the rides quicker, and it just makes the day easier. So that's what we did. But this year it was a little bit different because it seemed like the hotel seemed less busy than it was last year, but they seem to be having lots of issues. And if you know anything about Cedar Point, they were bought by Six Flags. So I had talked to the front desk because, like, I had gotten 5 room keys because there were 3 adults and then my daughter and her friend who are like 14. I wanted everyone to have a room key. And at one point, all our room keys stopped working. So I had to go to the front desk. There was long lines all the time. She asked if we were having our keys by our phone. I'm like, well, no, not all of us. So she asked me if it was flashing red, fast or slow. And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't really pay attention. So she had to give us all new room keys. So then, as well, my sister drove separately because she lives about an hour from us in a different direction. So when she had checked in, they told her that she'd needed some other type of car pass. And so then I had to wait in line again to ask them about that. And they were like, we don't know why they told you that. No, she doesn't. And so then I'm like, okay. So then we get up to the room. It was a connecting room because there were so many of us. I was a little disappointed because it didn't explicitly say on there that there was no balcony. And I really like having a balcony so I could lay out like our wet towels and bathing suits. So, no big deal. Just, that's something I like to have. So then we get in bathing suits and go out to the pool. Now, the pools were a little cold because it's only June in Ohio, and we've been having a lot of cold weather on and off until I would say maybe 2 weeks ago. So it really didn't leave a lot of time for water to warm up. So we were kind of expecting that. But I always like to at least have a strawberry daiquiri to feel like we're on vacation. Now, I have a virgin because I deal with a lot of migraine issues, and one of my triggers is alcohol. And unfortunately for me, the last year or two, I just can't drink at all because it just puts me, brings on my migraines and I can't get rid of them. So I have completely stopped drinking. But it's still something fun that I like to do, even a virgin one. So their outdoor machines were broken. And then when we went to have dinner there night, anything we asked for off the menu, it seemed like they were out of. So I'm like, what is going on? Now, this is supposed to be their luxury, most expensive resort. And let me tell you, I'm not a hotel snob. We're a family. We don't ever pick the most expensive resort, but I'm a travel agent. I've been a travel agent since I've been 18. I've been in and out of all different types of hotels. The reason why we picked this hotel is because the proximity to the park, because of the perks, the hour early getting into the park, the beach, certain things like that, the parking. And I've been to that hotel before. So you expect certain things, and it's an expensive hotel. So when you go into a hotel expecting certain things and you're paying a premium for those things, you want those things, right? And I was starting to get a little agitated because we were only there for 2 nights, and already like some of the things that I was expecting was not there. So anyway, so then we went to sleep for the night, woke up the next day, we went to the park. It was great. Everyone was having fun. We went back to the room, I think like halfway through the day. The girls went off on their own for a little while, so they had actually gone back to the room earlier than us. They went on the beach, kind of did their own thing, and then we had come back to the room. I took my son, and the girls were still down at the beach. I took him down, and then my sister and my sister-in-law ended up staying up in the room and taking a nap. And then they said they got woken up by, they thought it was a child having a tantrum. And they said it was so weird. It was like this high-pitched scream. But when they looked out the door, no one was there. And they said it was just screaming and screaming. So then we had gone back to the park and we were there. We did not even make 10 o'clock. My son was so tired. And with those fast passes, like they were able to get on all the rides they wanted to get on. So we actually, we had the drink pass and the dinner pass. So everyone was eating and drinking. So I say we got back to the hotel like by 7. And then we did more pool and beach. And everyone was just so tired. So we went back to the room and, did showers, all that kind of stuff. So everyone, I would say, was in bed by like 10 and sleeping by 11. So we got up the next morning and I got up early, like around 7 or 8. That's the time I'm used to getting up. Everyone else was sleeping. Then all of a sudden, there was that high-pitched screeching, and I thought it was a child too. Well, it woke up everyone, scared them. We looked out, and you would not believe it was the cart, the cleaning lady's cart. And every time she moved the cart, it made that sound. So it was like something was wrong with one of the wheels, but I swear it was like a kid screaming. It was the weirdest thing. I've been in so many hotels. I have never heard that. So that was really weird. And they're like, that's the sound we heard yesterday. So checkout wasn't till 11, but that woke everyone up. So we just got ready then, and I'm talking to you and not diamond painting, but so we went and checked out, and I did end up talking to them at the front desk because nothing ended up getting fixed or was in stock. And there was a couple other things like the bathroom like wasn't the cleanest. And, the front desk just told me that with Six Flags taking them over, they were having some housekeeping issues and some policy changes, and some things were just not working out lately. So I don't know. So hopefully whatever it is works itself out. But so then we went to one of the most iconic restaurants, or I should say most visited restaurants up in Sandusky, is the Sandusky Bay Pancake House. A lot of people like to visit that restaurant when they go up to Sandusky. So we went over there, and it was about 5 minutes, I would say, from our hotel. So that one was like about a 45-minute wait. So we put in our names and we decided just to kind of walk around. went in and out of a few stores, and then we went and had lunch, and that was really good. I had a buckwheat crepe with sweet vanilla inside, and with like a honey drizzle and strawberries and blueberries. My daughter had like an avocado toast and fruit on the side. My son decided he wanted to go for lunch and had chicken nuggets, which he eats all the time. And let's see, someone else had just regular crepes. And it was really good. So we did that and then drove home. And all in all, it was a good trip. But man, it takes a few days to recover. I'm almost 50, and I mean, I'm in pretty good shape. I've actually been dieting and exercising for the last year, trying to get into better health. And I have lost 60 pounds now, and I'm still working at it. And I feel much better, with that weight off. But I still have some to go. But man, it's to be young again. Like, it takes like that many days to recover from a trip like that, just for walking and everything you do those few days on vacation. So, but we had fun, and my daughter was happy, and that's all that matters to me. So I can't believe this year she is going to be a freshman in high school. I am not ready. It goes by way too fast. And I don't know. I just want to cherish all my memories with my kids. Like, they're going by too quickly, and anything I can do or go with them, or, I just want to have a memory. I want to have memories. I want them to look back and be like, remember when Mom took us here? Or remember when Mom and Dad did this? So anything I can do or be with them and cherish it, I will do. Because then once they're 18 and older, they're going to have their own lives, and they're going to see you less. So, that's what I want to do. And that's my favorite thing. So that's about it. I know I didn't get much diamond painting done while we were talking, but I will get better at it as I go. But I am almost done with this diamond painting. I've only got like one row to go. I'm going to try to get a video up in the next week or two of my 26 for 26. I finally picked out all my canvases. I have not gotten drills on all my canvases yet, but I'm going to work on that. I actually should say I haven't got all my canvases because I did leave a few spots open, because if I pick out a few paintings later in the year, I don't know what I want to do with that. If I want to include them in the 26 for 26, or if I would want to save them, or just kit up extra paintings. I don't know how I want to do that. So I don't know. Let me know what you're doing. If you're doing the 26 for 26. I also was doing what did they call it? Slash your DP stash, something like that. Trying to get all your older paintings. So I did do that too. Started that at the beginning of the year. So I included some of those, which I did finish a couple of those. So I did include those as well, because I did those this year and started them. Because I needed to get some on my list that were done. I know the goal is not to have them done to start them, but I need like some wins to make myself think I'm progressing. So I've never been one to have more than like a few whips of things going, but I don't know, this year it just appealed to me to have a bunch of paintings ready and I can just pick and choose different ones at different times. So yeah, we'll see. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for listening. I know I have another free look painting coming. So I'll be showing that in a video. And I think the next video I kind of want to do after the 26 for 26, or maybe I'll get it up before then, is I wanted to show also some of my cross stitch projects. So maybe I'll get that up. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll do like some of my stash type stuff. Like I have a good collection of like diamond painting pens, trays, stuff like that. I don't know. So we'll see. But thanks for joining. Have a good night. Bye.